I hate doing like intros and stuff. I just want to
just,
get
like,
to. I just want to get to talk. This is Jan, by the way.
Hi, we went to high school together.
Okay, we met through volleyball, right?
Yes.
A little bit of a different video today because I'm doing a collab, which is rare on this channel. But Jan and I know each other from high school. We played volleyball. We had like a team bonding thing that we don't even really remember what was going on.
Yeah.
I feel like we only met like 3 times.
Weren't we like the Shuffle Sisters or something?
Yes! Wait, why was it? Oh, it shuffling.
Why did I
Shuffling was so popular.
Why do I remember
That was like the LMAO. Is that what they were?
Party
Shuffle.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Every day I'm shuffling.
What's the
Is their name Party? Okay,
your intro thing? Let me Google it. Google is free.
Yeah, Google it. Anyways, Jan is a content creator, YouTuber. She does amazing thumbnails, let alone the videos. She does stuff about books, reading, vlogs. It's an amazing channel. I want you guys, that's why we're doing the collab. I want to bring, if you guys are not already watching, or you should be. And we're putting our 2 themes of channels together. Me talking in the car to myself a lot, your love for books and reading, and then our mutual love for coffee.
Yes.
So I thought we would just do a collab where we're going to sit in the car and I put a bunch of questions
so
in
prepared.
here.
Like, I didn't even think. I was just ready to pull up my phone.
I was walking around my house looking for a bucket. I was like, I need like a glass jar. And then I was like, we don't have it. I was like, how about this? And look how dented it is too. I was like, what happened to this bucket?
So like festive for April.
It's
Not
like
festive.
me. It's been through some shit in life. It's all dented.
Party rock.
Party rock. Anthem. Party rock anthem.
And they always wore like leopard print and like funky pants.
Yes, and he had like the afro. Anyways, we're just gonna answer a bunch of random questions about books and reading because you're a lifelong reader. I've always enjoyed reading. I just like fall in and out of it depending on if I'm obsessed with a series. I'll go with it.
Did you finish Akatar?
Yes, I did. Yeah. But that's why I want to get into it because that's why I annotate so much. Because people are like, why are you annotating? Because I can't remember what's happening. Like, that's how bad my memory is. That's why I want to pick your brain about how you remember so many books that you're reading.
I don't. That's the issue. That is the issue. I read like I'm at 100 books now. Okay.
100 books
for the year.
Okay.
And
I think I'm at 2.
I can't tell you like a main character.
It makes me feel a little bit better because I thought that you had cataloged everything you've ever read, and I was like, how does she do it?
I mean, yes, but that's why I vlog
Making a video
every day.
does help.
Yes,
remember.
that's
really
why
does.
I vlog every day. Because then when I do my wrap up, if I watch back a couple clips of footage, oh, that's what I thought of it.
Yes,
I
jog
take
your
notes
memory.
Sometimes, but I do annotate every book I own as well. But I read a lot of library books because I work at a library.
Right. I love that too. Do you hear that high pitched? Is that the car?
She's using her mom's car.
Yes, so we're and then we've been trying to get together and hang out and do a collab for like
probably close to a year now. No, I don't even.
At
know.
least 3 months because we've had to reschedule 3 times. Anyway, this is my mom's car because I tried to get in my car today to film, and I think the battery's dead. It just wouldn't start. So
yeah, so the universe was really against us.
How do you turn that off? Why is the radio on when the car's off? This is a weird car. We're just hanging out. We're gonna answer questions, and then we're gonna do part 1, part 2 on her channel. You want the full hang? You have to watch both episodes, I guess.
Just marketing tactics. You know, gotta be strategic around.
You're like you gotta go over
in
here,
this economy.
Like mid question, I'm like, what is your biggest darkest? And it just cuts. Watch on Jan's channel. They're like, oh my gosh, the cliffhanger. You go first.
This is so exciting. Wait, we're both answering the questions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Unless you want to just...
No,
I'll just,
no.
Like, that's
no.
interesting. Like, I think, and you're like, no, that's it. Done with the question.
No, I was hoping it was both of us. I didn't want this to be like a boyfriend tag, you know?
And after you read it, you have to eat it. Spitting it out and like throwing it in my cup.
Just dip it in my coffee.
This guy next to us is probably like, what the fuck?
No, I'm sweating.
These girls are giggling.
Name a book someone gave you that you enjoyed. Do people send you books? Like now that you read?
People send me children's books for my niece and nephew, which is really cute. I've obviously never seen them before. I'm like, the kangaroo does jumping jacks? I'm like, I've never heard of that book, and I'll give it to him.
Goodreads. Picture books count.
Yeah, that's you still gotta open it. There's a cover and a back cover and an author. When I was younger, my friend Sarah gave me this book called Hope Was Here by Joan Bauer, I think her name is. She just had it on her bookshelf, and then I was like, I want to read that, and I just like never gave it back. I think I sent her a picture the other day. I was like, I still have your book. She's like, okay, it's been 20 years. I think you could just keep it. Again, I can't remember the whole plot. I was gonna try and reread it for this video to be like, it's my favorite book. It's about this girl that has like always wanted to work in a restaurant as a waitress, and she does. She has to move, and they have to like start in a new town. I always wanted my family to like grow up in a restaurant business, like just to be like, oh, I'm gonna go downstairs, I'm gonna go to work for a couple hours. I always thought that'd be so much fun.
I worked in a random aspiration.
I worked in a restaurant. Not that fun. The most random people work there.
So, but she didn't actually give it to you. You kind of just
I guess. I guess I've stolen a book then.
See, my subscribers, on the other hand, that's
They
like,
send you books all the time. Really?
Yeah,
That's
and publishers too. Yeah, flex.
That's fun. Holy
No, it's pretty
cow.
fucking cool. Like, that's why I don't sell my books that I get as
Yeah.
gifts, because it's like 2 years ago, past Jan would have killed. For
Right,
this, you know?
right. That's the perks of like I get the most random shit in the mail, like wigs, and you get books, totally different like aesthetics.
I know. I see your hauls, and I'm
my
like,
God.
you got like blow up dolls.
Just the
and shit.
bro. I think I got a sex doll like 2 years ago, and I was like, you guys, what am I supposed to do with this stuff? Like,
In the background.
yeah, I'm
of your
just like,
videos.
ends up in the bag.
Oh, okay. So my last 5-star was a gift. Uzumaki by Junji Ito. It's a manga, horror manga. Do you read any manga?
No, is that? Oh no, no,
It's
isn't
the
that
right
like,
to left.
Is that like a comic book? No, yeah.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
a
Okay.
like
I've
a-
heard of it.
Yeah, comic, but like Japanese. And the art, I'm just gonna show you some of
Really
this art.
good stuff.
If you know Junji Ito, I don't know, like
I feel
crazy.
like we're gonna learn a lot today, Joan. Expand your guys' minds.
Like crazy art.
Whoa.
Like crazy good art. So yeah.
Damn, okay.
So the whole book is about like spirals. It's like this Japanese town. There's this curse with spirals. So like people turn into snails and shit. Spirals like take over your life, and
Okay.
I don't want to spoil much.
I'm
I'm putting the
hooked.
gist cards.
Just put them in the. Is there anything?
This?
Yeah.
Your mom's gonna be like,
My
"Oh,
mom's gonna
fuck."
be like, why is there just random questions in the car? It's a good like road trip game. Okay. Do you have a person to talk about books with? Did I phrase that weird? Do you have a person to talk about books with? Yeah, sure. And then like, or book clubs, or do you go to Reddit forums?
All of the above except Reddit.
Okay.
So I have my own book club, Full Moon Book Club. So
That's fun.
so they're YouTube live show discussions every full moon of the month. So then people could just like Google if I don't announce it. Right
Yeah.
away, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's fun. You're like full moon equals book club time. Love
Yeah,
that.
and I have like a guest host. So I have plenty of people to talk books with. My boyfriend Joey also reads.
Right.
Got him to start reading after 12 years. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah, so he's converted. So I
Right.
talk to him all the time. Yeah, just friends on BookTube.
Yeah.
And now
Oh.
you.
Yeah. I've talked about it before. My friend Courtney, who got me into the Akatar books, we'll do like a mini book club with her. I don't know. It's so hard to talk to someone about a book who's not reading the book.
Do you watch like BookTube and Book Talk?
I watch the like the slander ones when they
rant
destroy
reviews?
when they destroy a book.
Me with Fourth Wing?
Yeah, besides like your channel, but like I watch just like like when they tear the book apart.
There's so much you have to like think about when you're a
There
book
is.
reader because of like the problematic authors, and then it's like
Right.
separating the art from the artist.
I guess that is like a difficult thing you run through on your channel.
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
you can be a fan of something and not be a fan of the person.
Right.
It just
It's
depends
just blurry
on like
sometimes.
Yeah.
Next one. Oh, there's 3 parts.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I wrote them and I'm like, oh my god.
Pick a book up off the shelf.
Hmm.
What do you look at and in what order? For example, 1, back cover. 2, author's bio. 3, date published. Oh, I have an answer.
Okay, go.
The font.
You look at the font right away.
Font
on
and the chapter
cover?
lengths. Well, the
You
cover,
look
yes.
at the chapter.
But-
See, I'll get like 4 chapters into a book and I'll be like, is every fucking chapter this long? I never even think about that.
I was gonna wear my shirt that says, "But are the chapters short?" Like that's like.
Wait, is that the one with the skeleton on it? I bought that shirt.
Wait,
yeah, I was hoping it would come in for this. I didn't look at the shipping time because I'm just not thinking about stuff. I think it comes in May.
I
So I'll wear
I
it on the
saw
channel.
Christine and I was wondering if it was you or like someone.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
of course. But that's also like I love when there's a short chapter.
yeah. So that's what I look at. I
Okay,
mean,
so you look at
obviously the
font?
synopsis, but usually
Just like when you pick
that
a book up, like what do you do? Like
that you've
immediately look
never
at the
heard of?
back cover. Yeah, like how do you like inspect a book?
Yeah. So
Font
the
makes
cover
sense.
and then font and.
I've never even thought
chapter
about
length.
being like, oh, I hate the font. Put it down.
Yeah, if it's like sans serif, it's really hard on your eyes.
Is it? I have no.
On my eyes.
I got the
don't know.
lazy eye. I'm like looking at the book with one eye anyways. I'm trying to think. If I pick up a book, I'll do front cover. Never judge a book by its cover. But then again,
Always judge a book.
front cover, back cover, read the blurb. I'll open it up, read like the first page. I don't care. I'll close the
That's
book.
like
I'll
my
put it
last
back.
resort is
Is
reading
oh
the
really?
first page.
Okay, where do you get book recommendations? I ask him. I'm like, sir, where do you get your book recommendations from?
Just BookTube, Goodreads.
I feel like you're so in the world that like I'm sure you just get hit your messages,
Yeah,
your
I mean,
comments.
library too.
Where do I get my book recommendations from? I feel like a lot of TikTok, just because I'm on it enough and I'll get into the book talk, I'll write the name down and then I'll have to like look it up on my own time because I feel like people hype up books. I'm like,
Yeah.
was the book that good? Or are we all like Delulu? Yeah, the book's amazing.
I mean, have you read Fourth Wing?
no, is that part of the? No, that's not Sarah J.
That's
Maas.
like
That's
the biggest TikTok book from
Right.
last year. Yeah.
Who writes those?
Rebecca Yarros.
Yeah, but it's about fairies though, right?
No, it's about dragons.
Oh,
Like a dragon academy. It's awful. Don't do it.
you don't like it? I think
1 star. That was like one of my very few like dedicated rant vlogs.
I bought the first one of the next like mini Sarah J. Maas, like the 3 books, Crescent City.
Oh yeah.
It's been sitting in my office.
Mini, the 800-page books.
But it's only 3 books, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's. How long are the chapters?
Wow, this is a lot of pressure. Give a 30-second art. Wait, did I just? Is it my turn, right? Okay.
Yeah.
argument convincing someone who hates reading why they should try it.
Didn't you convince your boyfriend?
He already wanted to.
Okay, it didn't take convincing.
So,
okay.
yeah, it didn't take
Maybe
too
not
much
someone who
convincing.
hates reading, but someone who like just doesn't read.
Joy? Serotonin?
Not even a full sentence. Joy. Serotonin.
I'm so bad at
Do you
arguing.
want joy?
I'd be a terrible
That's
lawyer.
fine, just like 30 seconds of adjectives.
Serotonin, excuses not to socialize.
Oh my, hey, that's when I'm into a book and I'm like, should I go outside and like walk? No, I can't do it.
You can walk. Oh, that's another thing. You can walk and read. There's audiobooks. You can get your chores done while being productive. You can have the community aspect.
You're convincing me and I already read.
There are a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, expand your vocabulary.
I didn't even think about that. I'd be Googling stuff all the time. I'm like, what is that? And I'll write it in the book. I'm like, what the fuck? Because if I ever reread the book, I'm still not going to remember what it is. I'm like, hey, just write that in.
Yeah, my mom's always like, what the hell do you learn from fiction books? Like, why don't you read your reference books? I was like, what do you mean reference non-fiction books? Because she's a nurse, so she, went through the nursing school thing, and her reference books. She's always adamant about it. And I'm like, you learn vocabulary and character development and writing style.
I feel like the biggest pushback on people who don't read is they're like, nothing intrigues me, like it's not interesting. But when you do find something that you like reading, it's like watching a TV show and then you love the TV show, you watch the whole thing and you just feel like you're like part of this. When you find a book like that, it's so fun and fulfilling to be like, I understand this world and we watch this thing and now I'm like thinking about the author and I found all these other people that like it. Finding something to do, I feel like reading can never really be like a bad activity.
Unless you hate read books like me for content.
When you hate read, are they boring? Are you actively being like, that was stupid, that was a bad choice, that was a horrible line of dialogue, like what are we doing here?
Yeah. I mean, I also don't DNF books a lot.
What's that?
Do
I always
not
forget
finish.
Do not finish. Okay.
So like I push through because like I've read too many books where it's like the ending is a banger, but you know, it takes a while to get there. So like I always give it like the benefit of that, especially if I spent money on the book, if it was gifted to me. But library books I can DNF easily. Audiobooks can
and
DNF
probably just like for
easily,
videos in general. Like I feel like people would be like, well, you should just finished it for the video.
Yeah, if you just gotta find your genre. My God, I just stuttered. You better edit that out. Yeah, if you just gotta find your genre. Edit that to a freaking 0.1 second.
Oh my God, the editing where I'm like, there's one frame, and I'm like, I don't think you guys know, I probably spend 3 hours getting rid of one frame,
dude,
bits because I'm like, I said the word twice, or I looked over here weird, and I'm like, you guys don't understand the amount of editing. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna take this chunk, like it's this frame, this frame, this frame, this frame.
And I zoom in all the way, and I take out all my every breath. Like, why do I breathe so much? And then you import footage, and it's like, why is this 3 hours long? And then you wonder why every single time.
Like, oh, the last 20 minutes I just forgot to turn the camera off.
I love having IRL people to relate to.
God. Well, now I'm gonna bug you all the time. I'll be like, can you believe like the how stupid this thumbnail looks? I did it 4 times. What is your favorite book / series / favorite author?
My favorite book of all time. Okay, listen up, people.
You'll learn today. Okay, put this on your to be read TBR. Okay, I always forget what that means. It like makes me think it's like BLT, and I'm like, what's a fucking sandwich? To be read.
TBR, yes.
Okay.
Like
TBR.
TBD, to be determined, to be continued.
Oh.
Yeah, TBR, to be read.
I'm learning so much today. Okay.
To be honest.
Okay, there's something about the R that's throwing me off. To be read.
A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson.
I've never heard of it. Okay.
So it's like 270-ish pages, really short, really quick.
We love a short book. We love a short book.
And they're vignettes. So it's like slices of, I don't know how to explain a vignette. Like very like...
Google it. Use Google.
Google's free.
Pull up another tab.
It's very easy to read. It's like half pages. Like some pages have like one line. It's very poetic prose. Plot, polyamorous vampires.
Okay.
Reimagining of Dracula's brides. And it's all about like toxic relationships and like the subtleties.
Okay. That's all on the back cover?
Like, no, this is your inside scoop.
Okay.
Like, I've literally built a brand off of this. Like, I've interviewed this author.
Really?
Like, I love her.
That's so rewarding. Were they nice? Did you like them?
Yeah, she's so cute. And she actually asked for that chapter's sweatshirt, so she has my merch. It's just, anyway.
That is so...
just fangirling.
Love that.
But yeah, A Dowry of Blood.
I'm trying to think. Why didn't I have an answer?
Help us here.
Well, I feel like... I act like I didn't say it before. I'm like, there's this book. Found it all on my own. Definitely didn't steal the thing. I would say right now, just because I just read it, ACOTAR as a series, good. My favorite, I don't know. It's just
favorite book of all time, good.
It's just good. Things that I enjoy. Not, I don't know, favorite. ACOTAR, I like the romance romance writer, Christina Lauren. I just like run through their books really fast.
Love in Other Words is one of my faves.
I don't think I've read that one.
That one's really good. Second chance romance. So
okay, I'll have to look at it again.
That's my favorite romance trope. I read The Unhoneymooners, wasn't a fan of it. Where they
the
all got sick.
I read that one when I got food poisoning. And I was like, and everyone was like, what are the odds? Love rom-com books are like easy reads, like you fly through them. I think I like more that it's like these two women that write them together. Yeah. I think that's fun. Can you imagine you and your best friend just like goofing off and being like, put that in the book, write that down. That's so funny.
I hate group projects, so no. As I'm collabing with you.
Okay, but no, hold on. I will. As soon as you said that, I was like, yeah, I do work by myself best. I'm done with the question. I have no. Why did I write that question? What was the other one?
I mean,
I said author series or like standalone book.
Yeah.
A really good series you should look into is Bear. Is it Beartown? I just forgot.
Oh yeah, by Frederick Bachman.
Now that is it just 3 books? That was a good series.
Is it 3 books?
I think
I know
it's at
one
least
came out
2.
Like a year or 2.
Is there another one?
Us Against You, I think. Or no, The Winners is the last one.
Well, now I have to reread the series because I don't remember anything that happened in it. But they were good when I read them because I bought all of them.
See, I just wing it. Like I never reread. I mean, I reread, but like to continue the series, I just wing it and hope for the best.
Okay. Anyways, that's a good series. Wow, what a horrible. I should really know answers to my own questions.
Frederick Bachman's really good. I like Anxious People by him.
Okay, good. See, someone agreed with me that we're okay.
Yes. I did start Beartown via audio and I didn't really like it, but I do want to read it physically because everyone cries and I love crying. I'm a Cancer.
I probably did cry. So. Yeah, I probably did.
God, I'm so self-conscious about these bangs. I just got them like 2 months ago.
They're cute.
Like, oh, thanks.
Did you not have bangs before?
No, I had no. I haven't had bangs since like 5th grade.
I must have always envisioned you with bangs. They look fantastic. Look, if you had bangs forever. Fooled me. They could be clip-ins. I don't know.
I know, right? I wish. I'm kind of over them. Anyway.
Just stick them off and throw them. Yeah, my mom will find them.
What would your... Oh my god. Why is it so hard?
Pick a different... Oh, is that the one about the acknowledgments? You can just pick one of those.
Okay.
Okay, you don't have to do all of them.
Name 3 things or people you would name in your acknowledgement. Oh, okay, that's easy. What would be the first line in the book about you or your life?
First line.
Those are so
It could
hard.
be like a 2... Joy. Joyful. I got bangs and I hated it. That's the beginning opening line. Welcome to my book.
Would you ever write a book?
I don't think anything's that interesting that I got going on.
People always ask me, and I'm like, no, I couldn't. With the editing process, I hated proofreading essays. And
I don't even know the process. I just feel like there's really not much to tell that I haven't just rambled on in a video. But like very boring. It doesn't
have to be your life. It could be about dragons.
Oh, anything? Oh,
yeah.
No, I would more likely like write like scripts for like TV and film.
That's fair. Graduated with professional writing in a professional writing major, and I'm not gonna use it as a I'm in marketing.
Do you write at all? Like
no.
On the side?
No.
I have a degree in TV and film production, and I don't have to write scripts, and I don't really write scripts. So
anyway, dedication page is a good question too. I don't know what I would put. I always like the ones. They always get me when it's like, for the little girl who dreamed about this moment or some shit, you know? Like, it's like, for past me.
Yeah.
There were some that are like, fuck it, this one's for me. Like,
I like that. See, that would get me fucking amped up to read the book. I'd be like, yes! If I had to write a book about me and, like, my life, I think the dedication would be, like, just to my fellow goobers or something like that. Because that's, like, the people that get me, the people that would read the book are people that understand me on some level. So, like, to my fellow goobers, like, this one's for you.
I would probably do, like, I mean, if I did the same thing, it'd be like, for my vamps. For the spooky gals out there.
Right.
I don't know.
Then there'd be like a random person reading the book and be like, to my goobers. Like, I'm not going to read that. And there's a weird font on here. What's your favorite font? Do you have a favorite font?
No.
You're going to hate mine. I like comics.
Shut the fuck! I was about to guess. Why?
Because it's like curly and fun, and like it's like not like rich. It's just like fun. But there's I don't know where I got the fonts from, or they're just like built into my Microsoft already. There's this font called Marker Felt, which is like a nice like dry erase Sharpie. I really like that because I have horrible handwriting. So when I see people write nice with like markers, I'm like, love that. Or there's a font called Bubblegum. It's like really puffy. Yeah, but look at me. Like, I look like I'm gonna love Times New Roman. That's so not me.
I do love Times New
Roman.
Dude,
okay.
Or like Gothic fonts. I use my Gothic fonts.
Ooh, that's fun.
There's one called Century Gothic, which is the one I use on my thumbnails. I don't even know. Wednesday is what the
Oh,
Gothic
that's fun.
Yeah.
Was that you or was that me?
That was me.
Okay. Okay, I know you do because I've seen you post pictures about it. Do you use any book-related gadgets? Clip-on light, a book opener, or a sticky note strap? A book opener is like that weird, like, porcelain
I have
thing.
one of those.
Is that, like, what's that supposed to help with? So your hand doesn't cramp up like that? Okay.
So I have arthritis.
From reading?
No.
Oh, I was like, that's crazy. You need to write that off. You need to write off, like, a chiropractor or a physical therapist. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've had it since I was 16, so
Oh,
I thought it was from
shit.
volleyball. So I was like wearing what's it called? A brace thing for
Yeah.
my thumb. No, my sob story.
I just slow zoom in with classical music.
Black and white.
It cuts to me like I have a little violin. I film it later.
The arms. But what was the question? Oh, the thing. So I have a bat one. My thing is
Okay.
bats, you know?
Okay.
So I have a bat one. You just stick your thumb in there. It doesn't really work much, really.
But like,
to be
it's
honest.
supposed to take pressure off of
Yeah.
you, like, because
Holding-
I
if
feel
it's,
like when you
for
open a
bigger
book,
books.
you like your thumb in your.
Yeah, my
is that
pinky.
how people read? Yeah.
Is that how people
I don't.
read?
I'm trying to think of like how people.
Yeah.
I'm a very big like put the book down and like put my arm on it, and then I'll flip the page. I'm like strong arming the book. You
Well,
have
yeah,
a book light too, don't you?
I don't have a book light. I have a book mate. So sponsor me. I'm just kidding.
No,
It's
seriously,
like this-
dude, get on it.
It's this like magnet that sticks on the. So for annotating, you should get on it.
I'm on Amazon right now.
It's this big magnet that sticks to the front of your book. You put your tabs on there, and then there's little holes for your pen and your highlighter.
That's what I saw. You had a picture
Yes.
of. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I do
What
like
other book
that.
gadgets?
I
I
thought
have
it was
books
like a
in-
strap on it. I mean, you could easily just put like a strap so it hugs the. So I thought I saw a picture or a video that you had like a light.
No. I also have like book sleeves. So this is my Kindle. I didn't bring an actual book, but book sleeves.
Wait, someone sent me some the other day.
Oh.
And I was like, what is this? And then there was like,
What
what's
do
a book sleeve? Like, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use them for I just got a Kindle like for Christmas that I just started using. So I was like, let me do that. But okay.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think. I don't really have gadgets. I just have like the fattest stack of sticky notes sitting next to me at all times.
Yeah.
But I put on my ACOTAR books, like when you the metal corner
yeah,
pieces.
yeah.
I use, like, a
Oh,
book light.
you're talking about the Kindle thing on my nightstand. So it's like a.
Yeah,
It's like.
Oh, is
clamp.
that when you
Yeah.
like the Kindle's right here?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
there's a clicker to like.
Oh, so you
turn
just
the
be like, you
pages.
don't even have to lift your finger up. You're just like,
You literally can stay under the covers and just turn the page from under the covers.
Is that what okay, that's what I'm thinking of then.
Audiobooks, Kindles, physical books, hardcover. What's your preference?
What's yours?
Physical books, paperbacks. But I do love a pretty hardcover. You know, they have the spreads now, the sprayed edges, and like all the fancy.
Oh, and they
end
did the
papers.
designs?
Yeah.
That is,
So
that is
I'm a hoe
pretty.
for that.
But then you have to put the book in backwards to like
You
see
don't
it.
have to.
If I paid for it, I'm gonna look at it. You already read the book. Like, it's just print out a picture of it.
Hot glue gun.
I think I like a paperback only because as far as like having to read a paperback, it's way easier to like bend it. I do like hardcovers. I love that's why I love textbooks. Like high school, and it was like, in Spanish class, they're like, we're gonna start using iPads. And I was like, I just want a
I
textbook. Even if
hate
it's heavy and it
iPads.
breaks my back to walk around this thing, I was like, I love a good textbook. You slam it shut and stuff in it. And
Yes.
I love paper, and I love like just documents. I love holding paper. I love office supplies. I love books.
Do you audiobook though and Kindle?
I've
Or will
never
you
done
start
an
using it?
audiobook.
No?
I don't know.
It's useful
And then,
for like driving.
I'm really big in podcasts. All day, every day, there's someone just having a conversation around me, and it's a podcast going. But
That's fair.
I feel like because my attention span is so bad and my memory is shot, I would just keep listening to the same chapter of the audiobook. Almost afraid that I'll like it so much that I'll be like, you guys will never hear from me again. Like, I'm just listening to an audiobook all times.
I get all my audiobooks from the library.
What do you do more, audiobooks or physical? Okay.
Yeah. I remember even less for audiobooks.
Really?
Can't do fantasy audiobooks, like, no fucking way.
When they build the world, I'd be like, I don't know who the hell we're talking
Absolutely.
about.
I can barely do that physically. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so bad with
Yes,
fantasy.
I take so
I
many
love
notes.
fantasy. I don't visualize shit when I read. So
That's another question. Okay, you
Oh,
don't
it's a question
visualize?
in
Yeah,
there? No,
you don't
I
visualize?
Nothing's no thoughts.
So what are you reading? Just thoughts on just words on a paper?
Just words on paper. And
So like you can't think of the world?
no, especially fantasy. Like if it's real world, if it's
I'm
like
surprised you like fantasy then if you can't like
Yeah.
because you have to make it up.
that's what everyone says. Yeah. And like even real world shit. Like I can obviously if I've experienced something, I can picture a fucking coffee shop or
Right.
like whatever. Character descriptions, like
I always
I
get
don't
them
know.
wrong.
He could be blonde, and I'm like, oh,
I just think, yeah, I'll like make up my own thing and I'll read it like, since when is he blind?
know.
Courtney's like the whole book. No, that's
unless
not
I'm
right.
looking at fan art or something. Then,
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then I can picture it. But just
Wait,
from
so
my
what
own.
how do you, so like,
I get these questions all the time.
That's just so interesting because if you don't have a visual reference, like
I love words and like how they flow, so I'm more like about how it's written. Like I enjoy the story, but I don't like picture her walking through this castle or whatever, you know?
Oh, I feel like that's so that's like really sad because I'm like that's all I'm picturing. It's like, how are we walking? Is she skipping? She got a lip? But, okay, but then if someone was like talking about a book that you've read, the chapter where they're walking through that forest and then there's like the weird cabin, but it's made out of like tin cans. You can't visualize any of that. What are you visualizing? Like words on a paper? Yeah. Words on a paper.
Or like the time I was reading it and my reactions to when I was reading it.
Oh.
Like I can picture a forest.
So then you could like could you ever make fan art? No, because you can't visualize it.
There's no way. I mean, but I dream a lot though. I dream a lot and I'm a visual learner. But like I can't visualize when I'm reading books.
This is so interesting.
So weird.
You're a visual learner, but you can't visualize.
When I'm reading.
Oh, when you're reading.
But I can visualize, like, if you told me, you know, like, I can visualize our high school still.
Yeah.
Things in the past, like, I can visualize. But there are people who can't.
I can hear the sound again. What was the question? Because we answered the visualized one instead.
Oh, that was the physical books.
Physical books. I like
Damn, the tangent.
Oh, okay, you should have read this one. Have you ever, well, not the first part of the question. Hold on. Have you ever destroyed a book? Oh, not the music again. No. Turn off. Okay, this one's here. Have you ever destroyed a book? As in, spilled coffee, Cheeto dust on it?
I saw
Cheetos,
that.
Or, like, ripped pages. Have you ever, like, accidentally, or maybe on purpose, have you ever thrown a book in a bonfire?
No.
Okay.
I've accidentally, like, there was a phase, like, sometime last year where I was known for just, like, not known, but, you know, like, my friends would be like, oh, Jan, you know, putting pasta sauce on her pages again. Or, Cheeto dust all the time. Hot Cheetos are, like, my favorite thing in the world.
I do love a good bag of hot Cheetos. Do you eat hot Cheetos with anything? Straight up? Mm-hmm. Okay. Because people dip them in stuff, and I'm like
cheese. Remember those girls in high school who, like, had those big acrylic nails? And
yes,
they would, like,
yes. My goodness. I don't know. I'm a big, like, accidental, like, page ripper. Because, again, I, like, forearm it, and I'll just, like, turn the back, like, son of a bitch. And there'll be, like, just weird tears in the book. Oh, when I think I wrote this question because when we read Romeo and Juliet, I feel like everyone read it.
I haven't read it, no.
You've never read Romeo and Juliet?
No.
You didn't read it in high school?
We read Midsummer's Night's Dream in high school.
Oh my god. I think it might have been once in junior high, once in high school, and then I had to read it again in college. But also me and my brother had to read it too. But between the two of us, we had read it so many times, the book was destroyed. In college, I had half of the book. This book needs to be put to rest. Like, it is
Seriously,
too...
they're like $5 at this point.
Oh my god. Yeah. And I was like, and I've read it 3 times. I was like, I know I have a bad memory. I was like, I know this book. I know this book.
That's me with Huckleberry Finn. I had to read that bitch 3 times.
Really? Okay, see, I guess just different curriculum then, because I think I read it once.
I hated that fucking book. And it's a little bit racist too. Yeah. But, and then I got a C on one of my essays the last time I read it, and my cute little British old lady professor was like, you can redo it, I'll let you. And I'm like, I'll take the L.
Yeah.
Take the C.
I feel like we've been chatting it up. I just think it's interesting coming from someone who's so into like reading and it's in so many facets of your life. As someone who like just like reads a book, I really want to be more part of the community. I just feel like I can't remember anything that happens. I don't have any gadgets. I annotate in such a weird, not a weird way, but like I annotate in like such a my own way that I'm like, I feel like I am into books as in I read books, but I'm like not in the book community.
So if you read, you're in the book community.
See, okay.
Basically.
I just got that on camera. I just
the
needed
validation. No, but like you
Jan said I was in the book. I'm in a Reddit thread. Someone said I was in the book community.
So hello.
Yeah, so hello. Here I am.
But you would think my annotations, I don't know what you think, but like maybe you think that my annotations are like more critical analysis. No, they're like smiley face, like.
See, okay. All right, that makes me feel better. Yeah,
heart,
yeah.
Like swoon.
I'll just write like, what the fuck, my dude? And my notes, I'm like, yeah, that's how I felt. And if I had to reread the book, I'd probably feel that way again.
Yeah,
my guy.
That. Yeah. So, you just gotta look intelligent. This bitch. Yeah. What's your stopping point when you're done reading? Get to the end of the chapter, scene breaks mid-chapter, or just close the book? I could stop mid-sentence and then like just continue the next
like
day.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to get coffee. You just like close it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I do like to end it on like a chapter because then I'm like, I feel like the thought is complete. Yeah.
Ideally. That would be the ideal. But
that's so funny. You're just like, and then she...
And then the next morning, if it's like the end of a page, and the next morning I'm like, oh, I don't even read the beginning of the sentence.
Oh my.
I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, life's too short.
I would be thinking about that, and yet you're reading the books you don't even like.
Yeah,
opposite. I'd be like, I have to read the whole chapter because what happened? Why is she blushing all of a sudden? I'm like, let me go back. That's
yeah,
so funny.
I actually started a series that's Do Your Worst. So I asked my friends who have like
I saw
the
okay.
opposite taste.
Yeah.
So like,
Wasn't the one title like why do I love all the books she hates or something like that?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah, so it's like an experiment of like, opposite taste. Like,
Yeah.
friends can still be friends with opposite taste type shit.
I like that. It's a good
But
lesson.
That was the question. Your turn.
What was it? I forgot the question. That's how bad my memory is.
What's your stopping point?
Oh, stopping point.
We already
Yeah.
answered it.
What's the stopping point of the question? I guess once we've answered it, dummy. Okay, how
Wild.
much? We've already answered this like 40 times. How much of the book's plot do you actually remember? How do you organize your past reads? I won't remember anything. I'll remember like whatever part made me feel the most, and then I'll take that feeling and I just portray that in the whole book. I'm like, this book is so sad, or like it was one sad chapter, but the whole book is not sad.
No, me too. I definitely do the feeling. Like
Right.
I couldn't tell you the main character, but like I know how I felt at the end.
I couldn't tell you where they're at, like the name of the city. I'm like, I don't know where they're at.
But I use Goodreads, and I have a reading journal that I like update every time I finish a book.
That.
Yeah, so it's like a whole thing. Like I do like a scrapbooking method. Some people really go in out,
I like
all
that.
out and like draw and whatever. I started this thing like a genre tracker. Have you seen those like pixel graphs where like each color is like something else?
Yes.
Yeah, so I do that with genres.
That's fun.
So every time I read a horror, it's like a gray little square.
Oh, like you can see like what order you're reading, like genre wise. How do you organize your past reads? I don't even know what that question means, and I wrote it.
With Goodreads or reading journal, like.
Yeah, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't think I organize them. If I bought the book, I throw it on my shelf. Like
So you don't write them down anywhere? Like you don't keep track of the number?
No, and that is a big problem. Is that I don't even know what books I've read.
See,
That is a major problem. Is that why? That's probably why Goodreads was invented. For one, that, and then two, to like recommend books to other people. I have no idea what past books I've read, unless I'm like actively reading that same author. I'll be like, oh yeah, I read that one. But I'm sure there's like 100 books out there that I've read, and I don't remember even
from like
picking
high
them
school
up.
and stuff.
Yeah, that's so sad. But I probably have to reread them then. So overwhelmed.
You can't like look at. Well, they have like remakes of covers but like
I don't even know what to Google. Google books I've read. Like there's no way.
No, like if you see it in a store, like even if you don't know what it's about, you're like, oh, that sounds familiar, like that.
Yeah. But like I can't just like I don't have any catalog of what I've read. I can't just like pull like when everyone used to listen to music on like iTunes. You could scroll down to the bottom and be like, this is what I was listening to when I first got iTunes. I have no idea what books I've read unless I've bought the book and it's sitting in my bookshelf somewhere. I'll be like, oh yeah, I read this when I was like 10. Like Hank the Cowardly Dog, Junie B. Jones. I'm like, definitely read those books. I should just start over.
journal.
We're starting with like ACOTAR and Hope Was Here and The Bear Town. I'm like, these are the books I've read.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm on my 7th book of my whole life because I can't remember the other books.
No, I started my Goodreads in like 2017, so
okay, I need to
not
get on
everything
that.
either. What is the worst? Capital W, capital B.
I was like, she's probably gonna hate that as a reader. I was like, she'll probably hate that.
No.
And I put like on some of them with the question mark. I put like 3 question marks. I was like, Christine, why? I was like, why
Really
did you put
curious.
3? I had to reel it in. And I changed the font several times. I was like, I kind of want to do like a fun font, but I was like, no, she'll hate it.
They're not in Comic Sans, guys. Just
I don't know what font it was. I was like, this is the most readable font.
looks
There
like
you go.
Arial to me.
I'm gonna go home and check.
What is the worst or best position to read in? Laying in bed, sitting at a desk, etc. I like to get cozy. Like before I read, it's a whole like endeavor. Like it's
Nest.
yeah,
Let me just
yeah,
push.
like get comfy.
Yeah.
Blanket, coffee,
Yeah.
annotation supplies. Like I do the couch or the bed, really. Sometimes
How
the
often
floor.
is your arm falling asleep? I'm big on like my arm always like one arm is always tucked.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, God, look at my arm. Like that's when I'm done reading is when I'm like, gee, my arm, I can't feel. I like
you don't do like air reading sometimes.
absolutely
Like on your
holding the book up.
Yeah, like if you're on your back. Like
Absolutely not. You do that
sometimes.
for how long?
Not for long.
Oh,
I
you're like
switch
3
position-
hours. I'm like, there would be no blood in your arm. Your hands are white, and you're like, oh, I can't put the book down.
I switch positions.
I've never done this. I'm gonna try that.
Like the lap, or like I always have a pillow on my lap.
On your lap,
Yeah.
like broken neck. Oh my goodness. Okay.
It's nice to be a part of the itty bitty titty committee, you know? You don't have them in the way.
Yeah, I got just like my whole body is like mush. I'm like my broken neck. No. How do I read? Either if I'm hella annotating, I have to sit at a desk. So I always have like a pen, a marker, like everything is like right there, and I'm writing.
If you had a bookmate, that would solve all your problems.
And then if I'm like laying, pillow, like arm up, like dug into, like this arm is just holding my head, and I'll just read with one hand.
Yeah. So it has to be like a nice hardcover.
Yeah. So I need to find a good reading position, I guess. I'm never gonna.
Never, like, not even in front of you.
Like sitting here reading a book.
Like reading like that. That's normal. That's less effort.
No, I'm a big leaner. Now that you say that, like, I'm never two hands on a book.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm always like, I would like lean on here and read it like this.
It could be one too.
Oh my gosh, I need to fix my reading style. Did you ever see are you on TikTok?
No.
There was like a viral video going around. If they're like, Americans love to lean. People in Europe, like, they don't lean on things, but if I'm like in a coffee shop, I'll like lean on like the thing as I'm like
Her posture is shit.
I do, and I was like, this is so me. I was like, I lean on everything.
It's so wild that Europeans don't.
The fact that they called us out, and I was like, it's such a thing that you guys are like, they as a whole are big leaners. Yeah, I am. I never just like stand up and read my books like this.
Yes, I do.
You'll notice it more. Now that I said that, you'll be like, my God, I'm leaning. Like you're leaning at work too much.
I'm gonna be hyper aware.
Sorry. Fuck. Okay, was that yours or was that mine?
Yeah, that was mine.
I don't even remember the question again. Oh, how you read.
Yeah.
We literally just.
Just ended ourselves.
Name a book you read in school as part of a class you liked.
Catcher in the Rye. Sorry, that was like.
I don't think I've ever read it. I liked Pride and Prejudice, and I liked To Be Earnest. In the.
I haven't read either of them. I own Pride and Prejudice.
In the something of being earnest. To be.
TBE.
TBE. In the honest of being earnest. That's so not right.
In the arms
something
of an angel.
In the arms of being honest. The importance of being earnest.
Ah, yes. I should know these things.
Okay. Just remember, I liked.
What did you type in? Being earnest.
I put earnest book. It was the first one that popped up, so obviously it's popular. That was a good book, though. I did like that one. Yeah, the Shakespeare ones were never, like, horrible. But by the time you annotate the shit out of them, and, like, not in a fun way, they're like, let's discuss the use of the word thee. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't know. It just gets us to the next word. I don't know what the importance of the word is.
You didn't have, like, the side-by-side, like, Shakespeare annotated. There's, like, a whole collection of them.
Written in, like, modern terms?
Yeah, it's, like, it's, like, split in half. It's, like, Shakespeare and then English, or, like, modern English.
No.
Yeah, they have those now. Do you give much weight to book awards or back cover quote recommendations? No, not really.
I'll look more at, like, who is the quote from. It'll be, like, some random person, and I'm like, I don't give a shit about your opinion about this book. A lot of the awards, I don't even know book awards. So when the big, like, symbols on the front,
like,
and I'm
why
like,
are you ruining my cover?
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, is this a good award? Like, does this award matter? Like, there's no context of, like, what the award is compared to that woman. Looks like she's in pain.
Oh my God.
From working out.
Yeah.
Is she okay? She limping? No, she's fine.
Wow, we're people watching. Look at our brands just
melding into one. Okay, anyways. I don't know, maybe like 1% of me is like, well, it did win an award. That means like someone liked it, so I guess, you know. In the back cover ones, I'm like, who are these people? Companies as a whole love this book. And I'm like,
how?
One bitch named Susan in marketing liked this book. I don't think the whole company is backing this book. I don't understand.
Sometimes I look at the blurbs by like if it's an author I like if it's on the front.
Yeah.
And she's like the main blurb or whatever. I base it on like my friends' recommendations or like people I trust.
Oh, it's my turn? Books you'd like turned into a TV or film, and what type? Like, it could be animated, movie, limited series.
Ooh, that's
I'm just going to say ACOTAR because I just read it.
There's going to be an adaptation. I just don't know when.
I want to see it, like, played out so that we can all talk about it and be like, oh, did we like this or we not? I feel like, would it just be a bunch of films?
I think it's gonna be series.
A series?
A TV series. But, like, I don't know how well it's gonna do or...
I just feel like there's so much that you really can't put into, like, visual media unless you have a tremendous budget.
Yeah.
If you're, like, super into a book and you can visualize what they look like, I feel like people get so weird about, like, well, the casting was all wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
That's, like, because when Twilight came out back in the day, I was like, this is not what I thought they looked like. Because that friend Sarah, again, who I stole the book from, she got me to read all the books beforehand. But...
I've read Twilight twice, but not the, like, New Moon and Onward.
Oh, the first book? Yeah.
But I guess that's a perk for not visualizing things. I don't have expectations.
Yeah, there you go.
But ACOTAR, they'd have to have, like, really good CGI.
Yeah, and the wings. Yeah, I
forgot
about the wings.
Cute. Jinx.
I forgot about the wings, too.
Yeah. The back.
But I would just want to see them attempt it.
The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I think there's, like, rumors going around that it's supposed have you read that?
Mm-mm. I've heard of it.
So that's another one that's, like, part of my brand, you know? It's, like, on the syllabus of Jan Agaton. Like,
I love that, like, books you should read if you want to get me.
Yes, exactly.
I don't remember the books for me, but They're like coffee drinks you should try if you want to get to know Christine. What did you want to see it as though? Animated, limited series, movie, like a one-off?
I think it's gonna be a movie, and I'm okay with it being a movie. Okay, this girl who makes a deal with the devil in like the 1700s, and because she like prays about like don't take praise seriously. She prays to like the dark gods by accident because she like doesn't want to get married off. She doesn't want to conform to society, so she like prays to the sky, and then it happened to be like the cutoff of when the dark gods come out, and then so she basically made a deal with the devil. I just want to live my whole life, and then he's like, okay, got you, but like you are gonna live, and then no one's gonna remember you. So like if I had this curse, then we'd talk, and then I would just like forget I ever talked to you. Yeah, and then if I came, like if I went to get coffee and then came back to this car, you wouldn't know who the fuck I am.
Oh, like in real time? Like not when she dies, everyone's like, I don't remember any memories of Jan. It'd be like, I don't remember talking to her yesterday. Like, I don't even know who that is. Yeah, it'd be like if you turn the corner, leave the room, she comes back, no one remembers her. And then she meets someone. Movie. Yeah. And then she meets someone who does remember her, and there's a reason behind it. Okay, like, what's it called? I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna read this. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Okay. Such good writing, too. It's by V.E. Schwab, who's one of my favorite authors as well. It's really good. I need you to read it. Okay. See. It sounds, you got me hooked. It's like 400 fucking pages. And a lot of it's like her meandering through Europe, but like... That's okay. Let's to remember on my end. I'm like, there was a chapter, she was walking, I don't know. Okay, we're going to do the other part. This is going to be a long video. This is all gold. So please check out Jan. She makes amazing content, the thumbnails. She has great style too. I'm like always like, she's so much cooler than I am. And I was like, we need to hang out. I even like put on mascara and like straighten my hair because I was like, Jan's going to look great. Bangs and all. Check out her channel. Let's get her what's the sponsorship? Bookmate. Bookmate. We're going to get her a Bookmate sponsorship. Check out her stuff. You can see the other part of the questionnaire on her channel, so go check all that out. The coffee's good, the conversation's good. We'll have to do this again. Love it. Okay, bye guys. Oh, you don't have an outro? I don't think I do. I think sometimes I go bye, and then as I'm editing, I'll be like, what? Don't do that. Like, bye. I was like, why? God, the internet is weird.